things occurred too quickly, maybe too impulsively, maybe you didn't think things through, because there could be something missing with your plan or your new direction that you took. Maybe there was some details that you overlooked, maybe you didn't plan for certain things, or maybe you've just experienced some delays in regards to this new path. And so it's just not been working out for you. So there's definitely a need to step back and observe. Rather than trying to force an issue, you want to step back, try to be objective, to look at, why things are not working out. Because you may need to regroup, and revise your plan. And some of you may need to just start completely over. Yeah. Okay. Now, for your circumstances card, we get the Wheel of Fortune in the reversed position. So, Pisces actually had this card in reverse in the same exact position. So I feel like some of you could be dealing with Pisces energy as well. Or maybe some of you are being affected by the Pisces energy, as we have quite a few planets in Pisces right now. So some of you may be really susceptible to this Pisces energy. And maybe that has perhaps maybe made your thoughts a bit scattered. Maybe you're not as focused as you've normally been, and that's probably due to the planetary alignment that we have right now. And our Wheel of Fortune card is ruled by Sagittarius and Pisces, especially if we go by traditional rulerships. By modern rulerships, this would be Sagittarius, but cannot ignore that Pisces is, also ruling Jupiter, co-ruling Jupiter, excuse me, due to modern or traditional I cannot speak today. Traditional rulerships. Anyhow, so with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position for your circumstances, this just definitely is indicating that perhaps maybe the luck hasn't been there for you, and you might feel like circumstances could just be simply conspiring against you. Some of you may feel that way. Some of you may be experiencing delay after delay and just intense amount of frustration. And some of you may be feeling like if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Now, try to not look at it like that, because when we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, it is a wheel, okay? It is not meant to stay in one place. So it's meant to turn. And you can turn this around by simply applying focus and hard work. Through hard work, you can reverse this Wheel of Fortune so that it works in your favor. We do have free will, okay? So by simply deciding to change maybe something that we do, maybe a way that we think, by simply changing one thing, we can completely alter our destiny. And we have the free will to do so. I love free will. So, you have the ability to turn this upright, but this will be hard work. Okay? Now, this is our focus card, and this is the Chariot in the reverse position. So, when it's in the upright position, this is victory through adversity. In the reverse, yeah, not so much. This is like feeling like adversity is getting the better of us. So, now, for some of you could actually be experiencing issues with your vehicle. Some of you may have to have repairs to a vehicle that you own. That's a possibility. Now, I feel that for most of you, this is speaking about pushing yourself so far, especially in regards to work. It's like you're overworking yourself and you've just pushed yourself to the point of literal exhaustion, okay? And this can actually end up making you physically ill, especially if you don't know when to, stop and take a break, take a breather, okay? Because we're not going to think clearly, we're not going to be on our A game if we're pushing ourselves to the point of, physical and emotional exhaustion. So I just want you guys to be careful of this, okay? And sometimes there can be a feeling with this particular card in position that you might feel that you have competition. And right now, it might appear that your competition in general could be winning right now. But I wouldn't let that get in your head too much, okay? Don't worry about it. Just do your best to take care of your health, okay? And do take a break, especially if you are overworking yourself. Please take a break. Give yourself some time to decompress, to de-stress. Take a day, sleep, do something, but don't push yourself past that point of exhaustion. So, whatever you're trying to achieve here, you're definitely experiencing difficulties, but continuing to push yourself will not help. Okay, so this is the card of your past, or your recent past, or some of you could still be within this energy, but you're moving away from it. And here we have the Page of Coins in the reverse position. So this is about messages regarding, this could be work, this could be definitely messages about money, but it could also be messages in regards to schooling and exams. And when it's in the reverse position, this could be indicating that the news that we receive isn't good news. It's disappointing news. And for a few of you, this may be news that just you sat there and waited for and you just never heard back. But I'm feeling for most of you, this is disappointing news that you receive in regards to, financial matters, a job opportunity, a business opportunity, or schooling. This could be for some of you that are still in high school, because I have people from all age ranges watching my forecast videos here. So this could be some of you who are still in school. And this could also be some of you that are in college, or even some of you who may be taking, courses. Doesn't matter what age you are, you can always go back to school. But, some of you could have took an exam in relation to a job. For some of you, you may had to have taken an exam to get on to a specific job. And this may indicate that perhaps you might have failed, or the message in regards to it just simply has not come in. But yeah, I don't like that energy. Mm-mm. Okay, yeah, I'm a little concerned about this booger here. Okay, this is our present energy, the here, the now, the present energy. We got Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, third-party information, secret third-party information. This can also indicate spying. This can also indicate that you're going to receive some disappointing news in which you will have to make decisions quickly. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for that, because for some of you, you will receive disappointing news and you're going to have to make decisions very quickly. And you definitely want to make the right decision, but these decisions will be made very quickly. Definitely try to use logic and reasoning ability, but still making them quick. You don't want to be making your decisions impulsively. You want to think them out and then still make them quickly. Weigh your pros and cons, if you will. Don't just, simply make a snap decision, okay? Try to think it out, but you will have to make the decision quickly. Okay, This card is the near future, so this is 1 to 2 weeks away. I am currently recording this on February 28th, the last day of February. So, mid March, okay? Here we have the Empress. For some of you, you could start feeling this, and some of you could be in this energy right now. But a lot of you will start coming into this energy over the next week or two. So, here we have the Empress. Now, the Empress is great for the near future here. This could be your mother. For some of you, this could be your mother. This could be, this could even be an aunt or a friend, you know, that's a female that could be very supportive of you. Because a lot of times the Empress is about having supportive, motherly type of energy around us. But this doesn't have to necessarily be a woman either. Most of the time it is. Okay? But if you receive your nurturing from a male, then this card could still be representing the male in your life that you get nurtured by. Okay? So this is definitely indicating that you do have support around you. And this is a positive. So you do have supportive people around you. There is someone out there that you can reach out to and you can get advice from, you can get assistance from. But in general, whether you're focused on wealth or whether you're focused on your love life, with the Empress upright, this is definitely a good sign. It shows that things are working in your favor. Sometimes this can indicate a pregnancy. This can also be about, moving and starting a family, or putting roots down. This can also indicate, starting a relationship. And it's a relationship that's very supportive where you would support each other back and forth. This can also indicate wealth or some money coming in because the Empress is all about, a harvest coming in, and this is also about giving birth. This doesn't have to be literal birth. This can be giving birth to a new idea, a new project, a new creative venture, whatever it may be. But it's very positive. Now I am going to clarify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to be clarifying 6 of the cards. Now, this is your attitude, and here we have the 7 of Wands, and it's in the reverse position. So, this is actually better in the reverse position because when it's in the upright position, this is indicating that there is some stiff competition, okay? But when it's in the reverse position, this is showing that someone may have made some threats to you guys, verbal type threats, or just simply somebody talking crap, trying to get into your head. But really, they're all talk. They're all talk. That's all they are. So, the competition that you may have, it's nowhere near as stiff as you thought it was. So, essentially, it's not any real competition. So don't worry if you are experiencing this and you feel like you are competing with someone or against someone. You got this in the bag because they're really all talk and no show. But this also shows that you guys are very determined. So your attitude is one of being very determined and I'm going to get what I want. So I love that. Okay, so this is how other people would see you. We have the 3 of Coins in the reverse position, which Pisces did get this as a clarifying card. So I feel some of you guys are definitely dealing with Pisces, and then I feel some of you are feeling extra scattered in regards to being able to focus due to the planetary alignments. So anyhow, 3 of Coins, this is indicating that perhaps you may need to have some more schooling. you may need to expand your skill set. For some of you, you may decide to completely jump off of one path and go down another path, and you may decide to get some skills in a completely different field than where you were before. For some of you, this is just simply indicating that you may need to increase your skill set in regards to a particular job or group, because this is a group. We have three. So, and this is also about teamwork. And so when this is in the reverse position, this can indicate that if you do have to work in a job that involves teamwork, that the team is not working together. So if you do work a job like this where teamwork is very important and you have to work as a team, the other people are probably looking at you like you need to have more skills. But you know what? Block them out. Maybe you do need more skills. Maybe you don't. Maybe they're just jealous of you, okay? But overall, this indicates that the team is not working as a cohesive unit, and that can cause problems, not just for you, but for them too. And they may not be thinking that fully out because it can backfire on them. But a lot, yeah. Overall, I mean, I feel that for a lot of you, that people are looking at you like you're not being a team player, and some of you may not be being a team player. It is what it is. Some of us are just leaders instead of followers. But sometimes it is necessary to work within a team, and you don't want to get a reputation for not cooperating, for being hard to work with. But some people could be jealous too. And like I said, some of you may need to get some some more courses or some extra schooling. Something in regards to the particular skill that you have. You need to increase your knowledge about the skill set so that you can get better within this field. Or this is being implied that you need to. But opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Excuse my French, but it is what it is. So, okay. This is our hopes and fears position. Here we have the Hierophant and the reverse position. So this is about things that are not traditional, things that are unconventional, and I see absolutely no issue with this. I wouldn't necessarily categorize this as a fear. Now, for some of you, it could be. Some of you may not want to have things that are unconventional. Maybe, like in regards to marriage. Maybe some of you want to be married, and then that would be the Hierophant upright. So then the Hierophant in reverse, suggesting a non traditional relationship, one without marriage papers, which it is possible to have a long term committed relationship that is just as rewarding as a marriage. Sometimes it could be more rewarding because sometimes that legal paperwork can mess things up. So, that's one example there. But, this is about unconventional things, and this is also about not conforming. So, some of you may be feeling a bit rebellious, and especially those of you who have your sun and Aries and well, this could be sun and moon actually. Your sun or moon, 20, between 20 and 29 degrees of Aries, then transiting Uranus is definitely messing with you. But Uranus is also about what is unconventional. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but it can give you a bit of a rebellious streak where you want to buck the system. You don't want to fall into line. You don't want to conform, to what the rest of society is doing. You want to be different. I say go on with your bad self, because I fully embrace that rebel type of energy, but I can't help it. My moon is in Scorpio, but my moon is conjunct Uranus by 1 degree. So I'm a bit unconventional. Some people would say I'm weird, but I don't care. I am what I am, and I don't beg anybody to like me. Either you like me or you don't. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. So, yeah, some of you are just, in general, feeling a bit rebellious. You're not wanting to conform, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, it can be an issue in some situations, especially if you're being a rebel at work. That could work for you, but it could also work against you. You definitely